What's going on? How y'all doing? Good? Good. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what grade are we in? Y'all in what, fifth grade? Is it fifth grade? Okay, cool. Who are some of your favorite artists? Throw some names out there. You.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott? Love Travis Scott. Who? You like Nav? Okay, I'll mess with him. Who else? Who else? Who? Playboy Cardi? Okay. What about you? Me? Yeah, okay. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. I'm on the list. You right there? Migos? Okay. Stir fry, stir fry. Got you. I got you. You in the back. Who, Cardi B? You make money moves? Don't be shy. Well, once again, I just want to thank you guys for oh, and then one more. You. Who? Lil Pump? Gucci Gang? Gucci Gang? Okay. Yeah, they're like, he knows what we're talking about. Yes, I listen to everything. Some of my favorite artists are Drake, Rick Ross, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. But I'm here to talk to you a little bit about who I am, where I come from, and how I got into music and how music has impacted my life. Once again, my name is MaLLy. I'm from South Minneapolis. Any South Minneapolis residents in the building? Okay. That's like all of you. That's what the teachers tell me to do. That's all of you. But I used to live a few blocks down the street on 43rd and 4th, so not too far from Green Central. And I used to drive or walk past the school all the time when I would go to my school or go to work. But the reason why I got into music was because it was something that made me feel good about myself. I was able to discover more about myself as a child or a boy of color growing up in the schools that I went to. Some of the schools that I went to were predominantly white schools, and music or writing was something that made me be able to express myself without any boundaries, any shackles. I was able to talk about the shoes I like to wear. I was able to talk about if I was having a good day, whether I was having a bad day. And I've been writing since I was 14 years old. And I know some of you in the room are probably like, maybe not even 14, you're 10 years old. You guys are soon to be in high school, but right now this is the time where I think it's good to start asking yourself, what are some of the things that I like to do? Do I like to write? Do I like to play instruments? Do I like to sing? My thing was rap music. I love to rap. Some of my favorite artists go all the way back to Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, Ice Cube, and then some of the newer people that I named, like the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars. And one thing that really touched me was the words. And I've been writing since I was 14. And when I told my mom I wanted to do music, she thought I was crazy. She said, no, you can't do music. You're just going to go to school, get an education, which is important, very important. You definitely want to get your education, listen to your teachers when they ask you to do the hand claps that I saw Mrs. Miller do for you guys. So it's good to follow directions and have some sort of a plan or some sort of understanding of what it is that you want to do. And music also was fun. It was something that I loved. Don't get me wrong, it used to look cool when I would see some of my favorite artists like Lil Wayne with a chain that was like down to the floor, he's jumping and screaming and hollering, and all of those things look cool, but the thing that touched me the most about music was because I saw people or men or women that looked like me that were my skin tone and were telling me their stories about where they came from, and that was something that I wanted to do. It was something where I was like, I connect with this person. They're talking about their struggles, their life, what it's like to grow up. And that's pretty much what my music reflects, is my life, where I've been, what I've understood. So once I started doing music, I started writing, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Nobody could tell my story before I got a chance to tell it. So if it was, I'm dealing with struggles in school. How many of you guys deal with struggles in school? How many of you guys have a hard time? Okay, so you got that. How many of you guys sometimes don't do well in school or don't follow the rules? We can be honest. It's okay. You won't get in trouble for being honest today. I had those same issues, and they went across the gamut, whether it was how I dressed, maybe what I looked like. But once again, it was all about self-expression. It was all about telling my story. And that was the biggest thing for me that music meant. So once I got out of high school and went to college, that's when I really decided to take music seriously, and I put my first project out about 8 years ago, and it was called The Passion. And it was all about just being a passionate artist and what I love to do. And some of those songs were very personal, and some of them were fun, and they were about partying and about living and some of the experiences that I had. And I'm basically here today to just talk to you guys that whatever it is that you want to do, especially if it's music, well, how many of y'all want to be musicians or artists or singers or rappers or, okay. Yeah, be loud and proud. That's cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. And I think it's cool, right? So you see some of your favorite people, and it might look easy. And I'm here to tell you today that being a musician or an artist isn't easy. And I'm not trying to discourage you, but I'm trying to say that if that's something that you want to do, take the time, practice, write, perform. You got to study your craft, basically. So just like a test, if you want to do good on your math test, you got to study for the math test. If you want to learn your songs, you got to rehearse your songs. If you want to stay in shape so you can be a good performer, be live and not lose your breath or your energy, you got to practice and you got to perform. So after I put out my first project, I did some shows, I performed for people, they loved it. And then even after that, dropped a couple more projects, and those projects did really well. But then I've also had the chance to tour and go across the country and see so many different cities like California. I've been to New York, I've been to Texas. I even have had the opportunity to tour to Canada, to Montreal, to Toronto. I didn't get a chance to meet Drake. I was looking for him, I was trying to find him. But I didn't get to meet him, but he's also an artist that inspires me because he makes great music, he does great things. And I think also on top of music, another thing that I do is I speak to young people in schools and in different organizations and teach them as well. So if they're interested in writing, I sit with them and we go through all the different ideas that we talk about. Can somebody just shout out, what are some of the things that you want, that you like to talk about, or some things that you care about in life? Just raise your hands and we'll talk about it. What about you? Family? Good topic. What about you? Music? Okay, so talking about music. What else? What are some other things we care about? Your sister? Okay, so family again. What else? What are some other things that you guys care about? School? Education? Okay. And all of those things are amazingly, and they're great to talk about. And I'm just here today to talk to you guys. And then after I get done sharing my story, whatever questions you have for me, I'm here to answer them honestly and openly. Are there any questions you have for me as I'm talking? Any questions about what it's like to be an artist, what it's like to make songs? Go ahead. Can you say it loud so everyone can hear it? I started rapping probably in 2008, so probably the same year you were born. So while you were being born, I started writing. So I've been writing and rapping since 2008, so that's about 10 years. Any other questions? You.
When do you record your first video?
My first video, that's a really good question. I recorded my first video in 2011. And yeah, 2011. So probably half your age. You were 5 when I put my first video out. So, and that song was called The Renaissance. And that song was a dedication to the Twin Cities and where I came from. You.
Where was the first place that you had went on tour from?
The first place that I went on tour was Oklahoma. I think it was either Oklahoma or Ohio, and that was about 4 years ago when I went on the road. And we were in a van. So let me tell you this. When you tour, and I'll get back to your questions, when you tour as a musician, it might seem like it's like one big party, everybody's, MaLLy rocking, and everybody's, jumping up and down and going crazy and having exactly, everybody's turning up. Touring can be very challenging. Touring can be very challenging because you have to stay. Could you imagine if you were in a van with 10 of the same people, you had a chance to basically sleep next to them, you had to eat with them, talk with them, practice with them, rehearse with them, and emotionally handle everything for 9 weeks, for 60 days straight. Could you imagine? That's what touring is like for an independent artist. Touring is not, they might make it look like it's always fun, you're always getting along, and you're staying up partying until 3 in the morning, but it's much different. It takes a lot of concentration and a lot of energy. Yes?
Have one of your songs ever been on the Billboard?
It hasn't been on Billboard, but my songs have charted in college radio. I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Bandcamp, I'm on all of the different streaming services that you can list, but I'm not on Billboard. That's a goal of mine, though. A goal of mine would be to be on Billboard, to hopefully one day get a BET or a Grammy Award. But once again, everything takes time, everything takes practice. And maybe there's some people you see that are your favorites that might seem like they just came out of nowhere and blew up, but I bet you it took some time for them to get where they're at. So there's always a process. Yes?
What does it feel like to be rapping?
When I first started rapping, it was amazing. I was like, I'm nice, I'm killing it, I'm doing so good. Like everybody thinks I'm dope, and then as I've gotten older, it's changed. It's more so, what am I really in this for? Am I in this just to receive accolades and fame, or do I love to make music that touches people's lives? That's what the music is for me. So it feels good to be an artist, a person that people listen to, and maybe what I say might get you through a tough day. How many people listen to music that gets them through a tough time? Let me see a show of hands in that. Okay. Who are some people that you listen to that get you through a tough time? Let's ask that question. What about you? Who? Okay, Michael Jackson is cool. You ain't got to be embarrassed. It's all good. Michael Jackson is great. Prince is great. Who else?
Elvis Presley.
Okay, that's another artist that people listen to. Cool. What about you? Who? Logic is great too. Logic is great. Sometimes you can listen to Migos, whoever it is that you want to listen to. And that's the biggest thing is why I do music, is because they make music because not only does it feel good, but they make music because it touches people's lives and makes people dance. But is it cool if does anybody have any more questions for me? Because I want to do a song for y'all. Can I do a song for y'all? All right. They're probably like, when is he going to rap? I'm tired of him talking. Rap already. What's up? How many songs have I? What's your name, by the way? Brad? It's good to meet you. That's a great question. What is it? What is his name? Brad. It is Brad. Okay, cool. So how many songs have I done? I would say I've done over, 100, 200 songs. And I've probably only put out maybe 40 of them. You know, so when I do an album, I might have an album that has 12 songs, but each album, I've probably written 30 songs for that album. So there might be a bunch of songs that I haven't put out. So remember that too. Just because a person puts out 13 songs, they've probably got 30 other songs that you haven't heard. So can I get into my song? Can I perform for y'all? Okay. I'm going to walk over here. And I'm gonna press play. Can y'all hear it? And she's gonna help me get this right so y'all can hear me a little bit better. Come on, clap with me. If you all that, this your anthem. Stand up. Welcome to a new world. Go on, put your hands up. Searching for the truth now. Go on for the answers. I'm certified, feeling fly. 100 hands down. All my people sit high each and every single night. We want more than get by. Everything is all right. We share the same air and I'm honored. Let's celebrate life to death. How ironic. My mother's only son, so I shine like this. The greatest sign that the eyes won't miss. There's an infinite space in my soul with a glow never ending, cause time don't exist. It's obvious to see that I don't copy hype. They action, they cameras, they flashy, a lot of lights. And I'm grateful that you here for the show. And if you wondering, I'm thinking you should know I got love for soul. Life is free, take it slow. You got a right to breathe. Now everybody say all that, all that, all that. All that, take control, just believe. I want the world to shout for me. Everybody say all that, all that, all that, all that. I'm still driving down the block and got the system on crack. Hey, never going back. Hey, living how they can't. Hey, wasn't all expected. Not a boy, you're so respected. Every blessing getting counted like $1 in a safe, right? I can't be them, I'm just him. Just winning all around the world, I just went. Still I'm eating in the days of a drought. Breathe easy, you could with my name out your mouth. Negatives to the big picture, crop them out. Can't complain, seats linked out. What we talking about? 86 Midwester with a lot of South. With my hat to the front, still I'm number one. Not another sucker shucking to another's drum. In my own lane, trying to do my own thing, yeah. And I'm grateful that you here for the show. And put your hands up, let me all know you got love for soul. Life is free, take it slow. You got a right to breathe. Now everybody say all that, all that, all that. All that, take control, just believe. I want the world, I love Richard Green. Everybody say all that, all that, all that, all that. Let this black man take a bow for this major sound, then bring the papers down. No laying around, cause I'm really trying to make a pal just to make it out, but making money didn't make a smile. I'm all set, dog blessed, went from flawed to flawless. Neck piece swing heavy, can't keep them off that. Held every heart crack with drops of the mall back. And if you in this school, Richard Green, say all that, all that, all that, all that. Take control, just believe. I want the world to shout for me. Everybody say all that, all that, all that, all that. Thank you, that's my time. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for answering questions, asking questions. I appreciate y'all. And y'all do good in school. Pay attention to your teachers.